Hey yo, I'm Nick.
Hello and welcome, I'm Kat.
This is a series about how we designed our very own caravan and put it to the test.
We take you on a journey through the building phase right through to the fun parts.
You'll see how I designed the electrical system so you can build one for your very selves.
So join us on this ELFWING adventure as we travel the countryside and take in some spectacular sights. Let's go! So next we're off to Weano Gorge where we're going to check out Handrail Pool and Kermit Pool. Lucky enough that they're both situated very close to each other, so you get two for the price of one.
And if you like swimming or climbing, this is the one for you. Get excited, there's a lot of it. Just remember to bring swimwear and the correct footwear because you're going to get wet.
So both Kermit and Handrail have long, high, narrow walkways, so be prepared for that, as well as some very slippery rocks to be walking along. Anyway, we had an absolute blast there, so we'll see you there. Bye!
Just want to show you something, guys, real quick. We had an incident. We're getting an E04 error on the DC2DC charger. When I checked the manual, it's going, means there's like a low current, but we were in broad daylight, like sort of like today. I'll do a quick preview. So when you're in a lot of big sunny day like that, have a look here. We're getting 9 amps on the charger, and that's coming from channel 2, which is the solar. See the sun? I'll just click menu and it'll quickly switch over to the voltage. So you get 19 volts there on the solar, and channel 3 nothing, and switch back to there 13.4 volts. It drops it down to, and the current's 9 amps, and that's pretty good in a sort of late afternoon sun. Now what the problem was, and I didn't discover this till a couple of weeks into the trip, but this nut here, and even though the cap's on, the nut was had come a little bit loose, and not even that loose, but as you can see here, there's a lot of burring, and like it looks like it's sort of bubbled up, maybe from the heat, from it just arcing and stuff. So I'm gonna just quickly investigate what come up underneath here, and I'll just get my. Oh, come on, Alright, I'll just pull this off quickly and have a look. So just getting out of here, I'll take these off. You can see how it's sort of burnt there? I reckon that's from it overheating because it's just not getting the contact that it needs. And yeah, look at that. See that? That's pitch black. Can you see that? That's that means it's fried. Yeah. Just close. Yeah, so look at that. Try and get the light in. It's all burnt up like that. So what's happening is it's not getting the proper contact, and it's you know, wobbling around in here, and just the current's not really getting through here, so it heats up over here. It's kind of like a heat element, like a toaster or a kettle. It just gets really hot, and yeah, so always tighten your bolts. I'm guilty of it. Everyone's obviously guilty of it. Over the, you know, the corrugated road and that, this can slowly come undone, even with the cap on. I mean, it had this cap on, the bolt was up, and it's still come loose. So that's something always to watch out for. I'm gonna change this now. I might do that quickly. Just right in the middle of this Handrail Gorge. You've got to get wet. It's pretty cool, it's pretty wild. It's a lot of fun. Spend all day here, easy. Just mucking around. It's really just. Alright, so quickly just going to change this. I think I got the right free termination here, yeah. So that's a 10-8. I'm just going to cut it back here where it's good and terminate it. Grab the terminal ring, pop them on like that. Oh, don't forget. Heat shrink. Just get a better bit. There we go. Chuck a bit of heat shrink on. Always just keeps it protected. Something like that, stop that from getting any worse, just having a little bit of protection on it. You know, it could start a fire or anything. So put that on like that. Grab your crimpers and bit windy today. Look at that. That just came loose as well. It's not even terminated. Look at that. Be careful of that stuff. So this just came loose. See, they can come loose. Look at that. That's out of that. So make sure you terminate it correctly. That doesn't even look... Actually, it is on the other side. So I'm showing you this, like, it's obviously something that I've done, like, I should know better than that. I mean, I thought these were all, you know, these are all heat shrinked and terminate, like, crimped, and it's still come out. And I reckon that could be because of the bumpy roads and stuff, so terminating is really important that you do it correctly. Where's the screwdriver? I'll show you. See, it's really tight on. Whoa. Look, see that? It's been crimped. It's been crimped, but it's still come out. I mean, that's what's going to cause like a whole number of issues, because it's going to, you know, that's when it's going to short to the frame or anything, so it can be really dangerous. So yeah, always terminate these. And I didn't put solder on, but I think I should put solder onto this so it really sticks in there. Alright, we're at Hancock Gorge, Kermits Pool. So I don't have any of these rings left, but I found one kind of similar. It's actually probably better because it comes through the end there. So I'm going to whack that on here. So that's on, double crimped, and I'm gonna whack some solder on it. Usually use a heat gun, but I mean, look at where we are. So what you'll notice is, fuck, that's hot. This ring, they don't always fit on the terminal blocks. I'll show you. So that one fits good. But yeah, you'll get times when they're too fat. When they're too fat for the terminal blocks, and you have to cut them back a little bit to make them fit. So there you go. It was a faulty terminal wire that was causing the E04 error on the DC to DC charger. Partly my fault, partly the vibrations in the road that's causing this to rattle out. But it's a good example to just terminate, you know, heat shrink, solder, you know, crimp it, double crimp, make everything as tight as possible, because when you're going on these vibrations and it's just this constant, like, you know, rattling at, like, I don't know what frequency, but it's just constantly vibrating like that, it's going to slowly undo nuts, bolts, or whatever you've got, and then, you know, then you So this is a good example of just making sure your terminations are just 100%. You know, you gotta solder it, you gotta crimp it twice, you gotta heat shrink it, and just make sure that this isn't going anywhere. I've even taken a lesson from this. I'm gonna go over all these and make sure that they're all just like rock solid, so I don't have any vibrations or any nuts coming loose or anything like that, because you don't want that in the trip. Obviously it's your electrical system and you want it just tight as possible. So you know, I'll put this in, and that was a cool explanation of what can go wrong. So watch out for these errors. You know, they might be showing you low current, but you don't know what actually is causing that. So just check for everything. And in this case, it was so slightly loose, but it led me to find other things that's wrong with it. So yeah, always just keep an eye on everything and make sure everything's just really of that top tier tightness. That's it.
Guys, so that was Weano Gorge. Hope you guys love that as much as we did. We had an absolute ball there.
And all that electrical stuff, that is super important, because that's going to save you on the road. So just don't forget it. If you skip through it, go back and watch it. It is like the shit.
Anyway, if you liked it, give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.